Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. When I was studying in the ashram at Coimbatore, we would wear white clothes. And so when I was back in Mumbai during the vacations, we do have vacations, I went to shop for white clothes so one can get them tailored. And so I sat in this cab and I was intending to go to a particular shop where you get white dress materials. And so I told the cab driver, मुझे भगवान जाना है. I want to go to Bhagwan. I meant the Bhagwan Cut Piece Center. That's what it's called. That's the name of the shop. And the cab driver just turned around and he said, Madam, भगवान तो सब जगह है, आपको कहाँ जाना है? Meaning that Bhagwan is everywhere. Where do you want to go? Because I said Bhagwan, I didn't specify the name of the shop is Bhagavan. So this vision of the cab driver is not exclusive to him. This vision that Bhagwan is everywhere, or all that is here is Ishvara, is a hallmark of the Hindu vision. What one may also say is the Vedic vision. And we just have to look at our form of greeting to better appreciate this. So today is Sankashti, and as a part of Ganapati Atharva Shirsha Upanishad we say Namaste Ganapataye. Goes on. You pray to Sharada Saraswati. Namaste Sharade Devi Kashmira Puravasini. Rudram. Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshvaraya Mahadevaya. Mahalakshmi. Namaste Astu Mahabaye Shri Pithe Surapujite. Namaste to the Deva, the Devi. Namaste to the person. If you are participating in a Sanskrit Kaksha, Samskrita Kakshayam, Pathamaha, Namo Namaha is your greeting. So Namaste, that I honor you, I respect you. We use the same greeting for the Devata, the Devi, and for people. This says something about the tradition and the culture. And it's the same mudra, Anjali mudra, Pranjali mudra, that we see as a part of our puja. So whether you are invoking Ganapati in Haridra Bimbe, in a turmeric piece, or on Ayudha Puja, which is close to Navaratri, you are doing puja to cars, automobiles, laptops, mobiles, or you are praying to Vatavriksha but a Purnima just went by, so that your partner has a long life. You pray to Kailasa, Arunachala mountains in the form of Shiva. You pray to Ganga, Narmada, and so on. Of course, you pray in the temple also. And of course, you pray in the puja room also. But then you do puja to the Kanya during Navaratri, little girl. You also do puja to the Suvasini, the married woman, Devi, Navaratri. And Guru Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, is something wrong with these Hindus? They are doing puja to everything. What's wrong with them? Oh, nothing. In fact, everything is right with them, because we recognize that all forms are sacred. They are sacred because of the presence of Bhagavan in each and every form. And so each and every form around you, discovered, not discovered, even your thought form, these are all manifestations of Bhagavan. Mark my words, I am using the word manifestation, not creation. Because creation presupposes that there is a creator and there is a creation. The creation is separate from the creator. When I use the word manifestation, I am saying that Bhagavan appears as these many forms. And therefore, all these forms are sacred because they are forms of Bhagavan. This is the Hindu vision. Ishavasyam Jagat Sarvam. So, our vision might be partner-centered, especially if you are looking to date or get married. All the time you are thinking about that. Or we might be obsessed about our children's studies. Or we might be obsessed about health. It's good to be concerned and do whatever is required for all these things, okay? But I'm talking about obsession. So for us, our Jagat, our world revolves around our concerns, preoccupations. And the Upanishad encourages us to see that all that is here is Ishvara, Isha, Bhagavan. And the many forms that are there in the culture, rituals also, reflect the profound wisdom of Hinduism. And where did we learn all this? Well, by observation of the culture and osmosis of living in such a culture, the Vedic culture. Wherever, even if you are overseas, you have tried to establish your own mini India, or at least in the home, if not elsewhere. And so we learn a lot through these normal methods. The Taittiriya Upanishad refers to a few things that a Shishya needs to do, which is a part of the discipline, Shishya Anushasanam. And there are a list of things that the Guru tells the Shishya. Now this Shishya word is a very beautiful word. It means Shiksha Yogya, the one who is qualified to learn. Which means that one has to take care of the qualifications we will come to later. So the Guru says, Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, may you speak the truth, may you always have Dharma as the framework for all your interactions. Swadhyaya Anna Pramadaha, do not move away from the study of the Shastra, and so on. Then in that beautiful valedictory address, the Guru also says, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. So, referring to the parents being the first gurus, Matra Devo Bhava, may you recognize your mother to be like a deva, or may you be the one for whom your mother is a devata. In your mind you're thinking, but I think my mother is a bit dysfunctional. Yeah, possibly. I don't know, okay? But the fundamental relationship with our parents has to be sorted out in our maturity, otherwise we will have transference on our partners. You know, nowadays partners call each other baby, right? So because we need lot of mothering, we need lot of parenting. It's nice, you enjoy it because it's a word of nurture, endearment, you know, nurturing, caring. So how may I grow so that I look upon my mother as a deity, someone who has blessed me, at least with birth if nothing else, but I'm sure a lot of other things also. Mother and father are first gurus, and the guru reminds the students that may you be the one for whom your parents are devatas. They deserve your respect, your reverence. May you do whatever is required for them. And you owe them a lot, you know, because there is Pitra Rinam. Rinam, there's no proper translation. We can say it's a sacred debt. Okay, it's not a debt that you have to bang your head because of which. But this is a sacred debt, you know, there's no way you can fulfill or repay your parents for all that they have done for you. The 1,000 times they've changed the nappies and cleaned you and fed you and so on and so forth. And so one of the ways in which we fulfill our Pitra Rinam is to have children of our own, and or have students for whom you can be parent-like. Then in addition to the parents being the first gurus, it is also said that may you be the one for whom the Acharya is a deva. So your Acharya, your Guru also deserves reverence. And this reverence, it's a culture of reverence. This is very important to note about Hindu traditions. There is a value, respect, admiration for knowledge. Even when we look at the Gayatri mantra, which is present in all the Vedas, it's also the mantra by which many children get initiated. You know, it is a samskara, upanayanam. When we look at what the mantra is composed of, the words, the prayer is not for Swarga. The Gayatri mantra is not for good health. It is not for wealth. It's not for a visa to the United States if you are living in India. It's not for a good school. It's not for a good university. The Gayatri mantra is not a prayer for a great career, nor for a great partner, nor for children. The Gayatri mantra is for brilliance of the mind. Prachodanam kuryat. Why? Because that is your greatest wealth. You know, all these other things that I mentioned, health, career, partner, children, they will all come and go. But you always have your mind with you. And with that mind, you can handle any situation across lifetimes. So from one lifetime to one lifetime, what we really carry, Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, the mind, may that be illumined. And so with this emphasis on education, learning, it's no wonder that this one particular research in Harvard School of Education attempted to find out what is so unique about these Asian American families. How come they are taking away some of the key jobs? How come they are contributing to so much wealth? And it was very interesting what he found. We found some five reasons as to what extra Asian American families and including Hindus do. And there are two that I want to highlight, which is that the Hindu parents, Hindu Indian parents, they prioritize education above all else. Of course, sometimes they drive their children crazy. But the emphasis on education, learning, is very integral to a Hindu family, and for that they might spend 10x compared to all other expenses, but the parents are willing to make sacrifices for the sake of learning and education. This is very unique, and it comes from the culture. A second very interesting thing that I found is that Asian American families, and particularly Hindu Indian families, respect the educators to a much greater degree than other cultural groups. And they also teach their children to respect the teachers. This comes from Acharya Devo Bhava. I have no doubt about it. You know how this respect for elders percolates in the culture and reflects in our everyday interactions. So respect doesn't mean blind obedience. Respect means I hold you in high regard, and I will first try to learn and understand before I question and challenge. Because one has to earn the right to question and challenge, and that can only come when there is openness, when there is respect to what the other person is saying. You're not having a rebellious stance right from the start. So now when we hear these words, guru, life coach, mentor, what happens? Life coach, mentor, kind of neutral, we're okay with it. Guru, if you have a guru, it's a pleasant word for you. If you don't, then it's very likely that it's a loaded word for you because of some associations or because of some rotten apples, okay, in every field. So this word guru has a certain meaning, but before that, what is very telling about the Hindu tradition is the word for a center of learning. It's called Gurukulam. A center of learning is called Gurukulam. Kulam meaning the family of the Guru. Yes, there is a word called Pathshala also, so there are Veda Pathshalas. But across the many disciplines of knowledge, including Vedanta, the center of learning is the Gurukulam. This word is different from the words that we use in English like college and school and university, which are kind of neutral. And so in a school or a college, the teachers change, the students change. It's a neutral space. Whereas a Gurukulam, the learning revolves around what the Guru has to teach. And more or less the Guru stays until there is another Shishya that comes along to become a Guru and so on. Or there are a bunch of teachers, Gurus. The students come and go. And if we look at the Hindu tradition or the Hindu religion, it is quite decentralized. It is dotted with all kinds of sampradayas, and that is its beauty. So if one has to protect, promote, preserve Hinduism, then one has to protect the Guru-Shishya relationship. First of all, one has to have a Guru-Shishya a relationship like that with a Guru. But for some of us, we are very arrogant, and we might say, oh, only when Krishna comes to teach me, I will learn. The question is, are you Arjuna? Then you can definitely demand that Krishna come down to teach you. Any case, how is the culture assimilated? Through the different samskaras, the way we celebrate our festivals, dharma as the basis for all functioning. It is the guru that tells the family. So it might be a Kula Guru, the guru of the family, like how Rishi Vasishtha was the Kula Guru of Bhagwan Rama's family. So he would advise them on all different matters. Then the elders in the family, Vriddha Vyavahara, they also would know how to navigate life. So the purpose of these different purusharthas, the goals of human goals or human pursuits, dharma, artha, kama, is so that one gains a maturity for the penultimate or the ultimate pursuit, being moksha. That having a partner, marriage, education, all of this is important. These are all valid pursuits. But for what? So I want money because I want to be free from a sense of lack. I want pleasure because I am bored. Freedom. I want companionship because I want freedom from loneliness. If we look at all our great motivations, we find that we want freedom. And that ultimate freedom, that is moksha, that is you, is a valid pursuit. In fact, the Veda prompts us, guides us to feel adequately fulfilled through all dharma, artha, kama pursuits, so that in time you will discover your true nature through the Guru-Shishya relationship. And so when we are looking at Hindu traditions, I just want to very quickly share the scope of the Shastra. Of course, these are the different pursuits, dharma, artha, kama. I just want to show just a glimpse of the Shastra. Okay, when we say Shastra, what do we mean? Because it's a small word, but it means so much. There is a video on my channel, Discover Atma, and there's an elaborate 15-minute video which explains each of these briefly. But the scope of Shastra really is all the Vedas, then the different angas that are useful to understand the Veda, including grammar, vyakaranam, astrology, jyotisham. Of course, each Veda has many parts, Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and the Upanishad, which is what we study in Vedanta. Then Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, music and dance, and so on. What I want to highlight for us is that each of these disciplines of knowledge, I'm not using the word science, each of these disciplines of knowledge can take a lifetime to master. And each of it is a doorway to Bhagavan. Because everything, you look at Ayurveda, you look at music and dance, all of it is devotional. Ayurveda, of course, you prolong your life so that you can fulfill your pursuits. Then, of course, are the Puranas. So all praise and glory unto many, many Devatas, Upapuranas. Then Itihasa is not just history, it's in fact it's not history. It's of course facts that happened, but along with that are woven teachings of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You see Rama, you see Krishna, they have a value for moksha. And there's, just simple things. When Rama was headed out of Ayodhya, on his way to exile, there is a mention of how he saw these elderly people walking, and he thought, how can I be in the chariot and these elderly people and gurus are walking next to me because they don't want to let me go. So out of respect for them, he got down and he started walking with them. Just small things like these, which point to the respect for elders, gurus, and somebody like Bhagwan Sri Rama doing this. Of course, then we have the Dharma Shastra, the Shat Darshanas, and the Agama Shastra, so Shiva, Shakti, and Vishnu. Just a glimpse of the vast expanse of our Shastra, and different sampradayas, different gurukulams, or different gurus of all these different disciplines have kept their respective sampradayas going. And Hinduism is so diverse. There are the Vaidikas and there are the Aghoris. So for whom? For both the Vaidika, the one who follows the Veda, and the Aghori. So popularized a lot, especially during Kumbh Mela. So they cover themselves with bhasma, sacred ash. They eat meat. They drink liquor. But all of those are sadhanas. They eat meat. They also eat rotten meat. Okay, that, what we are trying to do, neti, I am not the body, experientially. That this taste, this flavor does not matter to me. I am not the taste of what is placed on my tongue. I am not the body. Hinduism accounts for this vast diversity. And then when we look at the word guru, of course there are words like adhyapaka, upadhyaya, etc. There is a text called Guru-Gita which talks about different kinds of gurus. So there is a Suchaka Guru who teaches all these different disciplines of knowledge. There is a Vachaka Guru who teaches duties of different varnas. There is a Bodhaka Guru who gives a mantra diksha. There is a Nishiddha Guru who initiates people into Vashikaranam and so on, like trying to control people. And then there is the Parama Guru who liberates you from samsara, or rather you are already liberated, the Guru just helps you find or discover that. So the word Guru, Gokarastu andhakaraha rakaras tannivartakaha andhakara nivartitvad Guru ityabhidhiyate. So the word Gu stands for andhakara, darkness, and Ru stands for the one who removes that darkness. So here the one who removes self-ignorance is the Guru. Of course now we have all kinds of tax guru, love guru, counseling guru and so on, but the word Guru technically really means the one who can remove self-ignorance. So some of the verses that we chant as a part of Guru Stotram, Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So these are verses that have been picked up from the Guru-Gita. Very interesting. So Shri Guru-Gita is a dialogue between Uma Devi and Bhagavan Shiva. It has about 352 verses and it forms a part of the Sanat Kumara Samhita of the Skanda Purana. It begins in a very interesting way. Parvati, Shiva, Gandharvas and all, they are all at Mount Kailasa, very beautiful place. Shiva is surrounded by Shuka and other rishis, and he is teaching them something. So Uma Devi Parvati, she sees Shiva bow down very reverentially to someone. She is very surprised. She approaches Shiva very respectfully and says, "You are the Guru of all. You are the Guru of all disciplines, then whom are you doing namaskara to? And by which method can somebody gain the truth of who you are, that is Brahman? Please explain." And then Shiva replies that, what I'm going to say is like the secret of secrets. Like, you are already me, but this question of yours, it will benefit the whole world, and therefore I will reply. And then he says, "Yasya deve para bhaktihi yatha deva tatha gurau tasyaite kathita hyarthaha prakashante mahatmanaha." The one who is supremely devoted to the Deva and has the same equal devotion to the Guru, to him alone the truths will be revealed. This is also there in Shweta Shvetara Upanishad. The word Guru is relational. There is no person called Guru floating around. The Guru exists only because there is a Shishya. Relational word. And so the blessings of the Guru can flow only if one is receptive to grace. Knowledge can be shared only if there is someone willing to know. So basically, as a Guru, I cannot exist without you, the Shishya. It is a sacred relationship, the Guru-Shishya relationship. What is the purpose of the relationship? This is an important question we must ask ourselves, of every relationship actually. When it comes to Guru-Shishya relationship, the purpose is self-knowledge, and I'm speaking from the standpoint of Vedanta. So self-knowledge in the form of freedom. How is the relationship? Well, that's also one of freedom. No matter how much your partner or your child loves you, they cannot tell you you are free, you are limitless. Only your Guru can say that. And because it's a relationship of freedom, the Guru doesn't have a long list of demands about what the Shishya needs to do, should not do, should do, etc. Because the Guru recognizes Guna Guneshu Vartante. This is all the play of Prakriti, Gunas, and the Shishya will grow at his or her own pace. So then the question is, when does the Shishya approach the Guru? Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirveda mayat nasti krita kritena savijnanartham sa gurumeva bhigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Pariksha lokan, having examined one's experiences, you've been there, done that, worn the t-shirt also, you realize that's all. I made the money I needed to, that's all. Or I finally married this person of my dreams, that's all. Or finally had children and oh my God, they are quite a handful. What more? Is there more to life? So then there is a certain vairagya that is born, objectivity that is born of this inquiry into what is real and what is not real. Or rather, what is eternal and what is temporary. And then you realize that there are certain things that you don't have and you gain. And then there is you, who is Brahman, who cannot be gained because you already are Brahman. And therefore, the method to approach this is a slightly different one. It's not about acquisitions. It's not even about mergers. It is about discovery. So, for the sake of Vijnanam, the person goes to the teacher. This is the teaching of the Upanishad. For the sake of knowledge, Gurum eva abhigachet. Don't go here and there, just go straight to a guru. And what do? It's also says, see, what the Upanishad or what a guru tells is as important as what they do not say. So it doesn't say read the Upanishad. It says Shravanam. Later on, Shravanam, not Patanam. That's not the method. The Upanishad doesn't say watch YouTube videos of people like gurus you don't know. The Upanishad doesn't say discuss amongst each other. If you want self-knowledge, start a discussion group. The Upanishad doesn't say start chanting, start meditating. None of this. Go straight to a guru. And further, Adi Shankaracharya in his Bhashya, he also says, Shastrajñopi anveshanam na kuryat. Do not independently conduct self-inquiry into the Shastra, even if you are a Shastrajña. Even if you have memorized the mantras, don't do this. So to approach a guru requires competence and also humility. That I cannot figure this out on my own is a kind of humility or surrender that comes when you had fever for 1 day, 2 days, you did self-medication, then somebody suggested some home remedy. 5th day, and you're not COVID positive. So now what? Then little surrender might come in. Is if you're not a doctor, you will say, okay, maybe I need to consult with a doctor, maybe I need to consult with a specialist because I cannot figure this out on my own. And so some humility or some acknowledgement, I cannot figure this out on my own, is helpful when you go to a guru. And just like Arjuna approached Krishna and Narada approached Sanat Kumara, Shvetaketu approached his father Uddalaka, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahme iti. Please teach me. Shankaracharya in his Bhashya says, teach me meaning Madartham Smara. For my sake, you please remember how you were taught. Now, what can be the motivation for the guru to teach? The guru is not looking to make money, because the guru has a very simple lifestyle, and if the guru is a sannyasi, then lives on whatever is received. Then the only reason is compassion, that my guru reached out to me when I was struggling, when I took all of this to be so real and therefore suffered. So I want to serve my guru, I want to serve my rishis, and therefore whoever comes to me, I will teach. Then who is this guru? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtha. Now, unlike academic study, where if one is doing a PhD or any kind of research, the emphasis is on innovation. It's about new discoveries, right? But in the Sampradaya, in the teaching tradition, the rishis have already revealed all the knowledge. And so, the hallmark of the guru is not presenting anything new or original, but the hallmark is fidelity to the parampara. That how much aligned am I to the teaching and how can I present it in a contemporary context without dilution, without distortion, without dumbing it down. How else must the Shishya approach the guru? Samit Panihi. Samit Pani is firewood. So do you have to find wood to approach a guru? No. It means that the Shishya has the willingness to do whatever it takes. I want self-knowledge and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So it calls for someone who is in it for the long haul, not someone who is looking for instant gratification. Then what is the nature of the Guru-Shishya relationship? It is one of love and respect. For the Guru, the Shishya is Brahman. Okay, but for the Shishya, the Guru is Brahman only. So I am not able to see myself as the limitless. And like Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna that you are my Priya, you are my Sakha, that I'm very fond of you, you are my friend. That's exactly the Guru-Shishya relationship. And when you connect to a Guru, you are not just connecting to a person, you are connecting to the teaching, and you are connecting to the rishis and to the devatas. Basically, you are connected to the sampradaya, to the parampara. And sometimes it can feel one-sided, but one learns to be comfortable with that. Is there a blueprint for this relationship? No. You can learn by observation, you can read biographies, but you learn to be a Shishya by being a Shishya, by being Shiksha Yogya. So knowing that the hallmark of the relationship, the purpose of it is self-knowledge, then how else does the relationship unfold? Through samvada, dialogue. You are not expected to swallow anything. So whether it was Krishna Arjuna, Shvetaketu, Dhalaka, Narada, Sanat Kumara, or even Rishi Vasishtha and Bhagwan Rama in Yoga Vasishtha, they don't say, I'm your guru, okay, dude, I'm telling you, just believe me, bro. No. Okay. So there is teaching until the Shishya understands. And so this one-to-one aspect is very unique to the relationship. Even if we see Ayurveda or astrology, there is no one-size-fits-all approach. Same thing in Vedanta also, or for that matter, any Guru-Shishya relationship, even if it is music or dance. So there will be some general teaching and there will be something very specific to the Shishya. So of course one learns through immersion, through observation, applying the learning to one's life. And if any of you all say, I don't have a guru, well, but I listen to somebody's videos and that person is my guru. Sorry. That guru has not accepted you as a Shishya. You have to get in touch with the person if you are really serious. Because if it is one-sided, then first of all, it's not a Guru-Shishya relationship, and secondly, we're not quite sure what you're taking away from the teaching. So it's a bit like this teacher who was trying to do experiential learning for an alcoholic. So the teacher, made some arrangements and bought 2 glass beakers, and there were some tapeworms that were swirling in it. So then the teacher says, see what's going to happen. The alcoholic is watching. I pour some whiskey and the tapeworms die. I pour some water, the tapeworms are okay. So what did you learn? And you know what the alcoholic says? That's why I drink whiskey, because the tapeworms die in my stomach. The intention of the teacher was one thing, and what the person in front took away is quite another. So unless there is a way to cross-check whether the learning is landing or whether the learning is being internalized and assimilated, the teaching is incomplete. So samvada, dialogue, is the hallmark of the relationship. And the teaching is to the ahankara. Ahankara, the person who is there. Ahankara is not pride, the individual with a self-concept. And it is this individual who gets things done, who prides himself, herself on being an achiever, the one who experiences, bhokta, experiencer. And when this ahankara is reading or watching, the person can turn it off, stop reading. But when you're in front of a guru, of course you can zone out also, but the guru will be alert to see that that's happening. Your ahankara, your will is not operating. The teaching has to be external, although it is about the self. And as your words, as your mind goes with the words, you drop the will and you see that you are that truth. So right now, suppose you close your eyes and I'll say a few words and you just see what image comes in front of you. Table, chair, glass, laptop, awareness. When the table came, there was nothing else. It's possible. Then when I said chair, table went, chair came, another form. The forms kept shifting, or rather getting displaced, replaced, but the awareness in which all these forms appeared, that is you, did not change. When I said awareness, hopefully there was no image, because awareness is your swarupa, it is your nature. I cannot be conceptualized because it doesn't have dimensions. So, as a part of the teaching, you go with the words and you are led to see the truth. What is the responsibility of the Shishya? It is cultivation of adhikaritvam, preparedness. So whether it's music or dance or Vedanta also, there are certain qualifications that are listed. Of course, for Vedanta, it's Viveka Vairagya, Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti, Mumukshutvam. Okay? So, an inquiry into what is eternal and temporary, an objectivity arising from that, Shama, psychological resolution, Dhamma, the mastery over your sense organs, Uparatihi, Swadharma Anushtanam, being able to perform your dharma, and so therefore you lead a life of fulfillment. Samadhanam, one-pointedness, Shraddha, trust in the Shastra, trust in the Guru. Titiksha, the willingness to put up with difficulties in life. And Mumukshutvam, the desire for moksha. Now, Shraddha becomes a very important qualification for the relationship. In Kali Yuga, which is where we are right now, what we are going through is a golden phase. It's very early stages and everyone has access to all kinds of knowledge. A lot of force of punya has brought people to Vedanta, the highest learning, which sets you free. And so there are three blessings we have. Manushyatvam, just the blessing of being a human being and therefore being able to make choices. The desire for moksha, and also the presence of a guru. So what the guru does is helps the Shishya live a life of freedom. That while you are going through the different pursuits, you free yourself from limitation, you free yourself from judgment. And yes, Shishyas approach their guru for all kinds of problems. I don't get along with my mother-in-law, my daughter-in-law, I'm not getting a job, I'm not getting a child, etc. And the guru will suggest certain things, but the guru is not here to solve your day-to-day problems. The guru is here for you to have self-mastery. That you are the Ratha Swami, or the master of the chariot, which is this body, mind, sense complex. Despite problems, in spite of problems, because of problems, it doesn't matter. Can you have a mastered mind so that you see the truth? And so once you approach a guru, the guru is committed to your growth much more than you are committed to your growth. And so the Guru will do whatever is required for the sake of your kaushalam and samatvam, for your self-mastery and self-discovery, provided you do whatever is your bit. And as a Shishya, you have the right to ask questions. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. You do seva to the Guru, you ask proper questions because you have a right to ask questions to understand, and you also offer your namaskara, which is a sign of surrender and willingness to learn. Remember, the Shishya is not a consumer. So there is no consumer redressal, complaint redressal. If you have a complaint with the Guru, you speak to the Guru directly. You can't say, oh, I'm not happy with the way the Guru teaches. Really? Well, why don't you talk to the Guru? Oh, no, I'm scared. Well, there is no reason for you to be scared. If the Guru is a Guru, then the Guru, because the person is committed to your growth, is not afraid to handle any question or offer any clarification. And the surrender to the Guru, everyone struggles with. It never comes on the first day. Okay, we always have working trust. Because you want to see consistency in the person, you want to see the person live or walk his or her talk. And I'm reminded of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was very attached to doing puja for his Krishna Murti, Murti of Krishna. And his Guru, Totapuri Baba, he said, come to the river, come to Ganga. So Ramakrishna got very excited. He said, oh, must be I'm going to be initiated into something new. And Totapuri Baba told Ramakrishna, please bring the Murti also along of the Bala Gopala that you are worshipping day in and day out. So he brings. Then Totapuri says, okay, immerse your Bala Gopal. What? No, I worship this day and night. No, I cannot do this. Your attachment to this has to go for you to learn further. Of course, he does it and then has greater clarity and so on. Just a beautiful anecdote. He does the same thing even with Kali, who always appears in his mind's eye. So the Guru's role is a very unique role. There is validation and acceptance of the Shishya. There is also confrontation. And this confrontation is a bit like, the validation and confrontation is a bit like what we refer to as Marjara Markata Nyaya. Okay, which means that, the analogy of the cat and the monkey. Now this cat mother, mother cat, if you've seen how she looks after the kittens, we see that she very gently lifts the kittens with her teeth, trying to not hurt them because the kittens are too weak to move around. And so they need all that nurturing and acceptance, and that's what the mother cat gives. Then when you see the mother monkey, very different approach. The mother monkey jumps from branch to branch. The baby monkeys are holding on to the mother for dear life. And the mother monkey is not worried. The baby monkeys, I'm sure, are frightened. But their strength emerges only when their arms hold on to the mother. And so as the mother challenges the baby monkeys hold on, trusting the intention of the mother. Very often we give benefit of doubt to others for their actions, but we evaluate their intentions. We have to flip this. Especially in a Guru-Shishya relationship, we give benefit of doubt to the Guru for his or her intention, and you can evaluate yourself regarding your action. But often we give benefit of doubt to us all the time. Oh, but my intentions were clean, now what to do? I did see these actions. Anyway. So to be able to hold Shraddha and reason is important in the Guru-Shishya relationship. Along with that, knowing that the teaching is universal, but it is applied at a personal level, and it also extend to the teacher and to the sampradaya. So finally, what do you gain? Well, the vision of the teacher in seeing you as the limitless becomes your vision. So once upon a time we had radios and we would tune the frequency. Sometimes we do it with a phone also, if you're tuning into a radio channel. So you are aligned with the vision of the rishis. So much so that earlier we said when the Shishya is ready, the Guru appears. Now when the Shishya is really ready, another Guru appears. So the Shishya is no longer the Shishya, becomes a Guru. If someone approaches and the erstwhile Shishya says, oh, I found a victim to teach, and so becomes a Guru. And so the only way in which the sampradaya, the parampara grows is by us learning what it means to be a Shishya, honoring the relationship, being the Shishya, and in time the Shishya will disappear and the Guru will appear. This is how different sampradayas, different mathas, different centers of learning have grown, thrived. Some have, of course, faded away because of time, because there were not enough Shishyas in the parampara or in the sampradaya to take the teaching forward. And so on this webinar and this Guru Purnima week, my prayers and blessings that we learn to understand what it means to belong to a sampradaya, what it means to stand in the lineage of rishis, what it means to embody learning, what it means to share the learning, what it means to bless someone with that learning, and what it means to see that all that is here is Ishvara, Isha Vasyam Jagat Sarvam. And may the parampara and the different sampradayas continue. Om Tat Sat. I'm happy to take any questions.
We have a few questions. Let's see. Prabhaji, should a guru ultimately awaken the guru within one? The guru within the Shishya? Is the guru within self the greatest guru in the long term, even though one may need an external guru to start learning? Everyone and everything in front of me is my guru. I can learn as long as I'm willing student.
Yeah. See, the love for learning, which I see in you, Prabhat, and I wish more people had a love for learning, is wonderful. Okay? We will differentiate this learning from the learning that a guru gives, which needs to come from outside. So before you awaken the guru within, we have to be awake to the guru outside and awaken the shishya. Some of us may be in a hurry to be a guru, and we have to call out that inner pressure if we have that. So you know, it's interesting that there is no teachers training program in any gurukulam. The teachers training program in any gurukulam is you learn what it means to be a shishya. And if you have fulfilled that role completely, then you are ready to be a guru.
And then we got Eric. What is Eric asking? My questions go. I've heard it said that a person can choose a guru who is no longer in the body. Is this possible?
Yeah, it's possible to be inspired by teachers, siddhas, mahatmas, gurus who are no longer in the body, but that person cannot be a guru to you. A Guru-Shishya relationship is a live relationship.
Few gurus are involved in politics in pursuit of materialistic benefits these days. These texts were written at a different age where wisdom was revered. do the texts mention a way in which one can evaluate the competence of a guru?
Yeah. See, the two words are mentioned, especially for Vedanta, Shrotriya and Brahmanishtha. Shrotriya means the one who stands in the tradition, and therefore you look at who was the person's guru, and so on. You look at the lineage. So the fact that the person had a guru means this is that the person has learned traditionally. Okay, that's very important. And Brahmanishtha, the one who is rooted in that knowledge. There are other things also that are mentioned, but the most important thing is whether the person stands in the lineage. So anyone who claims that I have discovered a new truth and in my meditation some white light appeared and then I was realized and so on, well, you know, those are all problematic issues. And another criteria is that does the guru need anything from you? Because the guru will have no agenda for in terms of manipulating you, will let you be as you are. So before you focus on the competence of a guru, you have to first see whether you are competent as a Shishya, whether you are willing to learn, and then there are a lot of qualifications given for the Shishya. In response, I also want to say that Adi Shankaracharya wrote a very beautiful stotram called Guru Ashtakam, a set of 8 verses, and one would think that because it's titled Guru Ashtakam, it will be about the Guru, but actually it is about the Shishya. So it's pointing out to the fact that you may have riches, you may have wealth, you may have fame, you may even have vairagya, but if your mind is not centered on the lotus feet of the Guru, or is not centered on the learning, is only, you know, you're just focused on evaluation and judgment, then so what about all your achievements? Guru Rangri Padme Manaschena Lagnam Tatakim 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 Tatakim. So the Sampradaya will say, you know, first you hold a mirror, look at yourself, and then see if you match up, and then you earn the right to evaluate a guru. Even then, as a Shishya, you know, you don't have the qualification to evaluate a guru. Only your guru can evaluate you. That's how it works in the tradition.